So with Darren Waller off to New York to play for the New York Giants and Foster Moreau hitting free agency, the Raiders do need some tight end help. Now there's a lot of people, including me, that expect the Raiders to go into this year's NFL draft to go and draft a tight end. With all the talent that are there, whether it's in the first, second, third round and beyond, the Raiders could definitely find somebody in this year's draft. But that doesn't mean that they won't sign a veteran tight end. So good news for them, there's a lot of options in free agency that are still on the market today. And according to Aaron Rappaport, as of today, the Raiders are meeting with former first-round pick O.J. Howard, saying a possible Darren Waller replacement. Sources say the Raiders are hosting former first-round tight end O.J. Howard, a pass catcher who can help stretch the defense. The former Bucs pick had 10 starts for the Texans last year. Now, I understand that Howard isn't the flashiest name for the Raiders at the tight end position, but considering he could be a solid pass blocker at the line of scrimmage and also catch a couple of balls when open, I wouldn't mind the signing at all, and I wouldn't even be surprised if the Raiders don't get a deal done in the next coming days. Well, that didn't take too long. As I was finishing up my video on O.J. Howard, the Raiders finally make it official, signing tight end O.J. Howard, bringing him to the team, adding some depth to the tight end room. Now, this in no way is a replacement or an answer for Darren Waller at the tight end position. I mean, you could say that the one thing that they did have in common was the fact that they were barely on the field. But you know what? I do like this move for the Raiders, bringing in a guy like O.J. Howard, a veteran tight end that could come in, at least provide some depth to a position of need as of right now. Now, we don't know the specifics of the contract, but once we do find out, I'll let y'all know. With that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. In his NFL career, Howard has played in 72 games, starting in 56. However, he's totaled just 35 receptions over the last 3 seasons for a combined 426 yards and 5 touchdowns. But even as a veteran, he's still only 29 years old heading into the 2023 NFL season. So like I said before, I wouldn't mind this move at all. It would just bring some more depth to the tight end position that we need right now, because we don't have Darren Waller, we don't have Foster Moreau. And of course, I know that the NFL draft is around the corner, which I would definitely want to go get our tight end of the future in. There's a lot of names that's been going around, whether it's Sam Laporta, and especially going out and possibly getting a guy like Darnell Washington, hopefully in the second round. Maybe he drops to the third round. I highly doubt it, but anything can happen in the NFL draft. So with that being said, all the questions at the tight end position, I feel like will be answered in the next coming weeks. But I do want to ask you guys, Raider Nation, what are your thoughts on possibly bringing in tight end O.J. Howard to the Raiders? Are you guys down for this move, or would you guys rather go and get somebody else in the open market? I mean, there's still a lot of names out there that the Raiders could possibly go out and get. Some names like Dalton Schultz, Cameron Brate, Mercedes Lewis, and one of my favorites, Irv Smith Jr. So if we were to get anybody else, I would be down with that. But that wasn't the only player that the Raiders have signed, because we brought in some defensive help, starting with safety/cornerback Jaquan Johnson to a 1-year contract. Now, Johnson, just 27 years old, appeared in 16 games for the Bills, recording 4 starts. He posted an interception, 3 pass breakups, 32 tackles, and 2 tackles for loss. He allowed 7 receptions on 14 targets for 89 yards and a 94.2 QBR. Johnson has recorded 2 picks and 7 pass breakups over his career, along with 58 tackles. Shout out to Raider Scout for all that info, because honestly, before today, I didn't really know too much about this guy, but it's great that we could bring in some more depth at the cornerback position. The Raiders also added more depth on the defensive line, signing Jordan Willis from the 49ers. Now, Willis is 27 years old, appeared in 9 games for the 49ers, recording 12 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, 12 pressures, and 9 run stops. Again, both of these players aren't really big names that, the nation all knows about, but like I said before, man, it's good that the Raiders are adding depth to the defensive side of the ball. I mean, everybody was complaining about getting defensive players, and these are some guys that could come in and then, like I said, add more depth. And in the NFL, that's definitely what you need. We already know from our past that signing big name free agents hasn't really worked out for us. Look at last year. We brought in Chandler Jones, who really didn't start off the season well, kind of got everything together at the end of the season, but I feel like the Raiders are going to go into the NFL draft and look in that direction with getting most of their star players on the defensive side of the ball and even the offensive side of the ball. So with that said, I'm not really going to hate on these moves. I'm not going to really say I love these moves, but overall, I'm just going to trust the process and what Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler are doing here in Las Vegas. But Raider Nation, What are your thoughts on these signings? Is there any other names out there that you guys want the Raiders to go and sign? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. With that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification icon button to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next one, this is your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is, yeah.